everyone, welcome to the Dylan channel. Today, we'll be looking at our third collection video. In our last two collections, I showed my Cars diecasts and Hot Wheels collection. But this time, I'll be showing my Thomas & Friends Trackmaster Collection. So please enjoy. Here are my Thomases. Since this is a Thomas & Friends collection, we'll be starting with, of course, Thomas the Tank Engine. I have 10 different Thomases. Of course, we have the normal one right here, but I also have an old 2009 Thomas, two original Thomases, a Speed and Spark Thomas, a Superstation Thomas, a Thomas with Wings, a Steelworks Thomas, a Jungle Thomas, and my newest of all, the Hyperglow Thomas. So first of all, the 2009 Thomas, it's very old and very beaten up, but it still works. The Speed and Spark Thomas, sparks fly out. Thomas with Wings, he has foldable wings. And last of all, Hyperglow Thomas. If you have some glowing track, there are some fluorescent lights underneath that make them glow when Thomas runs on it. Here are the Steam Team. The Steam Team is the main team of engines that are in the series. I have almost all of them except one. I have Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Emily, Toby, and Nia. Also, James and Percy have their own variation. I have Busy Bee James and Speed and Spark Percy. So Busy Bee James, he has this little bee antenna headband, and Speed and Spark Percy, his sparks fly just like for Speed and Spark Thomas. Here are my narrow gauge and experimental engines. So I have 3 of these 2 groups. First of all, for the narrow gauge engines, I have Victor, Fearless Freddy, and RC Luke. RC Luke is the most unique because he is the only engine I have that is remote control powered. And for the experimental engines, I have Merlin, Hurricane, and Lexi. I really like Merlin because he's silver. Really like that color. Here are other steam engines and some other engines which I don't know the group they're in. So, for the other steam engines I have Charlie, Rosie, Harvey, Spencer, Timothy, and Samson. First, I want to talk about Rosie. Rosie is the second old Trackmaster engine that I have. So, apparently, she has a broken switch. But if I have a nail or something else that fits in there, I can make her run. After that, we have Harvey. Harvey is my favorite because he's got this crane arm on him. And I really like Flynn, and I really like Flynn too, but he's also unique because his front wheels are closer than all the other engines. And Hugo, when he runs, his propeller at the back spins. Here are my diesels. I have 4 diesel characters in Trackmaster form. I have Diesel, Diesel 10, Salty, and Philip. Diesel and Salty have 2 variations, Racing Diesel and Crash and Repair Salty. Racing Diesel is the only talking engine I have, because Diesel 10, he can open his claw. Crash and Repair Salty is the only crash and repair engine I have, because when he hits something, his cab splits in two. Here are my other characters. So these characters don't belong on the rails, but they're still characters of their own. They go on a few different places. We have Cranky the Crane, who is very tall, Harold the Helicopter, Ace the Racer, Skiff the Railboat, and Owen. So Cranky and Owen, they're both parts of the Superstation. And they are the tallest characters that I have. Skiff the Railboat came with Hugo. Ace the Racer came with Jungle Thomas. And Harold the Helicopter also came with the Superstation. Now, we'll be moving on from engines to characters to rolling stock. Here are oh my goodness. Look at all that rolling stock. Well, here's a fun fact. I have a total of 41 different pieces of rolling stock, which is only 2 more than the amount of the total of engines that I have. Just like in my Hot Wheels collection, I'll be showing my favorites. My first is this experimental gear truck that came with Merlin. When you roll the front wheel, the piston and gear rolls and moves. Then we have this tree shredder, which came with Harvey. Here we have 2 characters, Annie and Clarabelle, that came with Thomas with Wings. 2 lava trucks that came with Hurricane. They do the same thing. This fire hose that came with Flynn. And finally, this experimental boiler truck, which came with Steelworks Thomas. Here are my cargo. So, anything that can be carried in a truck is cargo. I have a few ones, even ones that are not supposed to be cargo. So I have a Santa hat, whatever this is. It looks like it'd be like some sorts of boxes and cans being like flown out with this, I don't know. I have a snake, an elephant, a stopper or bumper, 2 hay bales, a yellow and 1 brownish color, some boxes, a stop ahead sign, a dinosaur statue, gravel, coal, branches, a fossil, a boulder, some iron poles, 2 boxes, 2 cans, and 1 hunk of scrap. Here are my different types of track. As you can see on the table, I have different types of track, as well as a Thomas to go with it. The first is the normal type of track, with a normal Thomas. Then we have the glow-in-the-dark track with Hyperglow Thomas. The old Trackmaster track with 2009 Thomas. The Superstation track with Superstation Thomas. And finally, a rusty curved track for Jungle Thomas. Why are we now in the dark? Because now you are going to see how this glow-in-the-dark track glows with Hyperglow Thomas. Are you ready? Here we go. Now, once we get out of this for now blackout, we'll go check out my 3 Trackmaster sets. Here is my first Trackmaster set, the Avalanche Escape set. I built this all by myself, just for this video. And here is Thomas, the engine that came with this set, and he's going to show you how this set works. The first thing is that he collects a fossil from the mine. Then he goes through these doors and awakens the scrap monster. Then with a little bit of my help, he goes up this steep hill. And when he reaches the top, he plunges down, breaks the bridge, and resets the mine so he can start over again. So you might notice that it might have been a little bit shaky. It's because it's like a little bit like missetted. But still, the set worked. So, on to the next set. Here is my second Trackmaster set. It's a demolition derby track. And to demonstrate how this demolition derby track works, I have 2 engines, Thomas and Percy. They're going to go both on the track until we can see them do a crash. All right, go. Switched ways and Thomas went right off the track, which means Percy wins. So that's all, and now our last third set is coming right up. Here is my last set to show. The Superstation is my favorite set I have as of now, and there is many things that go on with this. Number 1, it's a replica of Timothy Shed's. And it has a moving turntable. Second of all, Cranky and Harold came with this set, along with Superstation Thomas down there. And as you can see, Cranky is pulling some cargo, and Harold is on his landing pad. Now, let's see Thomas go around this wonderful set. There he goes around Timothy Shed's. And there he goes into his shed. So, that's all, and that's all for my Trackmaster collection. But, oh, wait, one more thing. I'll be right back. Now, here's the real last piece of our Trackmaster collection. It's 3 tall pieces that came with the Superstation, which are replicas of the Diesel Works, Steamworks, and Nafford Station. And now, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you can. Now, here's our question of the day. What is your favorite set that I have in my collection? My favorite is the Superstation. What is yours? Let me know if you can. All right. Me and Thomas are saying goodbye.